Scorpio Risings, this is for you. My name is Pernell Bobby. I am your AstroTherapist, helping you to alleviate suffering, all while leveraging astrology to do exactly that. And my message today for you, not only should you subscribe, but for my Scorpio Rising, this one's coming off pure passion. I hope for it to be short, direct, and to the point while using personal stories, which is what Scorpio Risings need to do the most with the South Node in Scorpio. I am a Scorpio Rising. I'm speaking from personal experience. South Node right now in Scorpio is requiring us to basically dig up that pain, to dig up that darkness, to dig up what makes you basically pure light, what makes you a pure soul. Scorpio, you are a pure soul. I am a pure soul. And as a part of that, we will also see the purity of others or the impurity of others, okay? Virgo is where we start getting very critical on the impurities, and we like to go ahead and filter things out. Libra right after is where we start to go ahead on the masculine side, knowing Scorpio and Libra used to be one sign before astrologers were able to separate them into the balance scales and the Scorpion. But prior to that, the masculine energy of Libra is where we started balancing out the relationship, balancing out, okay, what was filtered and what stayed. Now, Scorpio, what you get at the end as the next sign, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, you get purity. You now have the pure substance of how we relate to other people. So my message for you as a part of this, to give real prime examples for my Scorpio Risings, my Scorpio Ascendants out there, all right, I was thinking about a relationship that I was in. And the woman would always, let me take my shoes off. The woman would always, we'd be laying in bed and she'd always put her feet up in the air, literally. And she would hit her feet. And I used to think it was cute. I literally used to think it was funny. I used to kind of like laugh about it. And it became like a thing, right? It was just like, I started doing it too. At a certain point, I started doing it too. And I thought it was funny. I thought it was cute. What I didn't realize back then, what was happening was there were big shoes to fill. I started realizing that like this person wasn't necessarily, and I knew, and this is the part that, this is why I'm here right now. Because Scorpio Rising, Scorpio Ascendants, you know when there are some impurities, okay? Not necessarily saying that somebody is good or bad. It's beyond that, okay? It's completely beyond good or bad. That's way too black and white, haha, pun intended, okay? That's way too, not enough rainbow, not enough neutrality and gray in the middle, all right? So what was happening, which I didn't really want to admit except then, was there are big shoes to fill. Like, I look at my presence, I look at my energy, I am a big shoe to fill. So if anyone is ever coming in my space and they're looking or they have ulterior motives, eventually those shoes will start to get very heavy, okay? Scorpio Risings, you have an intense, heavy energy for you. And we know that merging, okay, is a very important aspect. You run the 8th house of merged power, merged souls, all right? So when your soul is one of purity and you have something or someone or an item or possession, a resource that is impure, eventually what will happen is you will go through an uncoupling process, all right? For my Scorpios, you will have to go through an uncoupling process, which oftentimes requires a certain death for you to go through. So right now we're in the moon in Cancer as just a transit. And you know, yesterday I was in a city and like the city was full of death. I can smell it. I have a Cancer Mars 8th house as well. And it's like death, okay? Being able to see the unseen, being able to relive death, past life, this life, future lives, death in general, okay? Physical death, metaphysical deaths. It sparked something over me, right? Because right now the moon just went over Pluto, which is in Capricorn, which is basically allowing us to feel the permanent transformations and how we value ourselves, all right? How we value ourselves, how we intellectually understand, because Pluto and Venus in Capricorn, Mars in Capricorn, everything right now, Capricorn is your 3rd house for Scorpio, which is saying what? We have to have integrity and value with respect, okay? Capricorn, the reputation that we have and the reputation we give our own personal value systems and how we think about it, to be pretty much very methodical as well, in a sense of what are our values, which means write it down, make a plan, understand it, all right, and push forward as a cardinal sign energy. So this is for my Scorpio Risings, for my Scorpio Ascendants out there. Understand what's happening in this particular moment while the moon is now going over the moon, our private life, our emotional world, while we need to feel safe, our defense mechanism when things are not safe, all right? And when it goes over Pluto and Capricorn, this is permanent transformation on how we think and the skills we have that we can push forward in our legacy, okay, Capricorn. Our legacy that our emotions are also a part of. They're also ruling, okay, on a day-to-day. Now you put in cap in 6, not cap, fucking, forget that thought, okay? This is pure passion message. So it's like, what am I wanting to say? When the moon now is in Cancer and we have the sun in Aquarius, the sun is I know. Cancer is I feel. So I feel what I know. I know what I feel. So right now you're going through from a Scorpio Rising, you know what you feel. And for me, this instance is I keep getting this like the feet clapping and the shoes basically being too heavy, like trying to wear a shoe that you know doesn't fit. And there's part of me that knew this up front as well. And it's like, you know, what I want to express is, and why I have so much emotion today when this message is coming in, like, look, Scorpio Risings, look, Mr. and Mrs. Ascendant of the Scorpio clan, all right? We need to respect what we feel. I need to respect what I feel. And sometimes I know that it's just hard for us because we want to see the purity of the person, the purity of the soul, not necessarily where they're at, not necessarily what they're willing to give. Because there's also a shit ton of red flags that I'm also knowing as a part of this same relationship dynamic. So, you know, right now I know what I feel. Sun in Aquarius, moon in Cancer. What is important is for us to make sure that we stay in integrity, as Capricorn is permanently transforming our third house, basically our mind, how we intellectually make sense and the skills that we are able to use. Okay, so some of your skills, Scorpio Rising, is your perception, all right? Being able to see the soul, the purities, the impurities, already going through the balance process in Libra, already criticizing those things in Virgo, but also preparing to either merge or uncouple, okay? To either go through a rebirth or a death, or likely a death, rebirth, and then become born anew. So right now, you know, Aquarius, what you feel, Cancer, as for what this rebirth looks like in your life. This is my passion message for you. Definitely hit the like and subscribe. This is just a complete energetic astrological update of what I'm personally feeling. Understand you also have Jupiter in Pisces, okay? This is your romances, the non-committal stages of love, right? As well as your creative projects. Every day I drive to work, I like cry. I like my eyes water up. Every time I drive to work, I'm a YouTuber, right? I'm an astrologer. So what the fuck is work? I don't know. I'm at a cafe. I'm sitting outside of it right now. So every time I'm getting ready to go create something, I see my eyes water, and it's because the passion is so, oh my God, I feel so shitty. I looked over and I thought that girl might look good. And then I was like, oh, I wish she looked good. But then I was like, oh, fuck, what a fucking asshole. Okay. All right. Whatever. So, excuse me. I'm really feeling like a dick and I don't care. Okay. So it sounds like she's not ugly. Okay. She's not me either. So what I'm saying, every day I would like go to my creative passions and I'd be like, eyes will start watering because I feel that passion. I'm like, yes, I get to go create today. I get to go do what I love. I literally get opportunities scheduled completely fucking booked out for astrology. People are offering, hey, come teach at my school for astrology. And it's like, hey, come join my application and we're gonna put you on for astrology. And it's like, yes. And realize that those pains, those emotional turbulences that have been presented in your life was for you to go ahead and transmute it, to go through that death rebirth process so that you can step into yourself, okay? Death rebirth, first house, self, rising sign, your ascendant sign. We need this power, it's fuel. You have Jupiter there supporting us, okay? And what's beautiful is go ahead and get that passion project, get that passion work, get that energy, that emotional, rebirth, that emotional current to go ahead and work for you. This is Pernell Bobby asking you, go ahead, definitely hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. I'll see you soon, baby.